Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Football Takeover. Welcome to X. Welcome to Brenny K74. Hope everyone is doing well. And welcome to the Arsenal Atletico Madrid match preview, which is happening tonight at 8 o'clock. And welcome, G. How you doing, G?
I'm good, I'm good. I'm gutted that I missed the last couple of shows, but yeah, I'm back on it. Absolutely buzzing how the season's going. So yeah, looking forward to the show, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, I did explain that the internet outage, I'm sure everyone is fully aware of this yesterday, messed up my whole day. I ended up having to do meetings at 11 o'clock last night just to get the show done. It was not
Blimey.
fun. So hopefully that outage doesn't happen again because it affected my whole work. So yeah, excellent stuff. Ali, how are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you, Bobby. All is well this end, mate.
Excellent stuff. And of course, my pod brother. How are you doing, my pod brother?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good. Looking forward to the game tonight. Um, it's also one of those games where shows how far we've come actually so far. I mean, because they're difficult side, very very difficult side. So yeah, looking forward to the game tonight, and yeah, glad to be on here as well. And and please like, share, subscribe. The football takeover has taken off.
It has
Yes, I like that
indeed.
already. It's nice.
It
Yeah,
has
big-
taken
yeah.
off. Big up to Milia Pierce. Good morning. People in the YouTube comments, so anyone watching, if you're watching on X or watching on Brenny's, come into our YouTube comments because, as you know, I love a poll. I've put a poll in there. I'll close it just before the end of the show and see what the outcome is. But it is literally, what will the result be? Arsenal win, a draw, or Atletico Madrid win? Big up to Chris. Big up, lads. Hope you're well. Internet outage. I'm pretending to be shocked. I'll leave that there.
Yes,
Yeah, I
please.
know. Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, but honestly, yesterday was an absolute nightmare. And the thing is, because my son's off sick as well. But thankfully, because he's autistic, he only plays one game. It affected his gaming as well yesterday, which was the biggest problem for me because I had to keep
Oh,
him
dear.
entertained. It was like, because obviously being autistic, and if you just have one thing, you lose that. It's life
Yeah,
is like the end.
what do you do now? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, he likes Daddy's company, so it's all good. Good morning, everyone. Come in, then admit it. Who turned off the whole watch at the Emirates? Well, I was discussing this. I won't say anything publicly, but there will be a review. There will be a fine as well. I can guarantee that Arsenal will get a fine for that, and we just need to own up to it. So there we go. We'll move on. Anyway, let's get the slides up. Right, obviously I don't do head-to-heads and all that kind of stuff. It's pointless because, last time we played these 7 years ago, our team was nothing like it is nowadays. But I do form guide, just in case you don't know how Atletico are doing. Now, obviously we know what our Arsenal are doing. Wins, draws, excellent. Atletico, they won 1-0 at Osasuna. Against Osasuna. They drew with Celta Vigo. They beat, well, actually, I'll rephrase this. They annihilated Real Madrid
That's it,
5-2. They beat Rayo Vallecano and they drew with Mallorca. So, and I will be honest, their away form is shocking. When we'll get into those in a minute, their away form is shocking at the moment, I have to be honest. So, that's a positive for us tonight. I'm just going to move Ali to the top because you don't see me anyway. There we go. Right, so league positions for Arsenal. Obviously, we're first. Yay! League position for Atletico Madrid. They're in fourth. They've won 4, drawn 4, and lost 1. Now, goals scored per game, very much similar. 1.9 for them, 1.9 for us, 1.8 for them. Goal conversion, ours is slightly lacking now. I have to be honest. It's been dropping the past few games. We need to push that back up. It needs to be above 15 for a title challenge. I'll be honest. That is categorically proven by all the stat people I speak to all over Europe. To be a title winners, you have to have goal conversion over 15%. It does come true, I promise you. I know people don't like it, but it's actual facts. Goal conversion for them is 13%. Goals conceded per game, 0.4. I know that everyone's starting to talk about, are we going to go for the Chelsea record? We could go for it. I reckon we could probably achieve it, if I'm honest. The way that we set up we could quite easily beat. Is it 15 goals they conceded in one
I
season?
think it was, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I
Team
reckon
2005.
Yeah.
They beat our record. They beat our
Did they
record
beat our
at the
record?
time. I think it
Ah,
was
okay.
yeah. We had sorry, not our record. It was I think it may have been Forest, but we once 91 we conceded 18 goals. That was
Okay.
when David Seaman's first season. We
Adams,
conceded
Bold,
18 goals.
Winterburn, Dixon.
The
Yeah,
most
I
beautiful defence in the world. The most
yeah.
beautiful.
When we won the league, we conceded 16, and with 2 games to go, we conceded another couple of goals.
Okay. Yeah. But no, I can see us not conceding more than 20 at the moment in the whole season. That's the kind of record I think we'll go for. About 20 would be fine. Goals conceded per game for them is 1.1. Chances created per game, low for us, I'll be honest. 2.8, that's not good enough. 3.4 for Atletico. These are all the little bits. I know that everyone moans that we'll stop being grumpy. We've got 3 points. These are the little bits that matter to me. These are the bits that tell me if we're title challengers. 100%. I know we're title challengers because we're up there, but for me to feel more secure about it, these stats, I know people don't like them. I use them. We all use them across Europe. They're important. So yeah, there's that. Home record. Obviously, we played 4, lost 0. Scored 11, goals conceded just 1, as I said. Obviously, it doesn't really matter about their home form, but their away form is not good. They've not won in 4 away games yet. They've scored 4, conceded 5, so they're not good travellers. I think this is quite common with Atletico Madrid, though, I'll be honest. I think this I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is quite common over the seasons with Diego Simeone. But we'll see.
I thought, you know what, Bobby? I thought they were very unlucky against Liverpool in the Champions League.
Were they?
I thought
I'll be
very
honest,
unlucky. They lost 3-2, but I thought they played really well.
Yeah, they played well that game. They did.
You know what the thing about
This season.
Yeah, the thing about the stats, me and Ali were having a conversation the other night, and we were talking about, Arsenal and the season so far. And I think, I fully agree with you, Bobby, in terms of the stats and the way they're looking. I think the kind of silver lining to that, though, is that we might not be necessarily performing or clicking, but we're still topping the table and we're still getting wins.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, you know me. I mean, I've never been a massive fan of our recent style of play, but at the same time, for me, if we can statistically be maybe a little bit below par where we should be, but we're still winning and we're topping the table, and then we can, as the season progresses, because at the end of the day, what you're saying is that has to improve for us to sustain or to go on and win the league.
Yeah.
So if we're doing what we're doing now, having not clicked, the hope in my mind is that we do click, those stats get better, and then, the rest is history, hopefully.
Yeah. Look. I ain't going to be daft. We are top of the league, which is great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But a lot of my work is all to do with stats.
Yeah.
So when that doesn't boost up my confidence, I worry. And I also use my eyes. Some of those games, yes, we get the win, but we only need one error from Gabriel, one error from Saliba, or one error from Raya, which I'll be honest can happen with those players, and we ain't going to win that game. We'll draw that game.
See, it's true, and you know what? The other thing is, though, if you flip it to like last season when Liverpool won the league, like they weren't necessarily the finished article statistically either, though.
No,
do you know what I mean? It's like, don't get me wrong, they had all the offensive stats.
Yeah.
But how many times did we sit here saying their luck's gonna run out? They're gonna stop getting these injury time winners.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to outscore every single opposition. And they bloody did.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
I don't think that Liverpool side last season were the finished article at all.
Yeah,
at all. I think the form. I said this is another thing me and Ali were discussing the other night. I think the form of Mohamed Salah basically painted over a lot of the cracks in that Liverpool side last season. Yeah. And now what you're seeing with Salah off form, you're seeing that they're not actually getting the results, because last season I'd love to know. I mean, I don't know if I'm not asking you to do this, but I'd love to know what the stats were for his goals and assist contributions per game, because it felt like every single game he had a very deciding moment in the game that either salvaged the point or got them the 3 points. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's an interesting one. I think the fact that he's so off form, I think that's the main reason why Liverpool are struggling at the moment.
Yeah. But it is. It is, to be honest. Right, goals. I didn't clear my throat because we are set piece FC, but it is what it is. We've got 15 goals, 5 from open play, 8 from set pieces, and 2 penalties. Look, at the end of the day, set pieces are there. I'll be honest. If I didn't have, if set piece didn't matter, I wouldn't have got as many assists when I was playing football because my free kick delivery was beautiful. But at the end of the day, that's the way for you to score. So I don't really care, but I do care that we're not getting as many from open play. That's the bit I do care about. If we get like 8 set piece goals, but we're getting 10 open play goals, fine. I've got absolutely, but I do worry that we've only got 5 open play goals. You look at Atletico Madrid's; they've got 10 from 16. 2 set pieces, 2 free kicks. They've literally have everything. They're just greedy. 2 free kicks, 1 penalty, 1 own goal. Just everything. They're greedy buggers, aren't they? Right.
No one,
Possession.
did they?
Say that again, mate.
I was just saying, none of us complained 35 years ago when we were scoring a lot of goals from play and set piece.
The amount of it was Steve Bold knock-ons, wasn't it? Steve Bold knock-ons and normally Tony Adams finishing it. I loved those corners. They were beautiful. I enjoyed watching them every single time, and I will always love watching corner and free kick goals because I enjoy watching them. I'm sorry, but I do. But I'm worried that we're not getting enough from open play. That is my concern.
Yeah, it is. It is a concern. You know what I mean? We're not, and this is what I was saying. Talking to Ali the other night again. I mean, we had a long chat about Arsenal, but it is very much that whole. I've never been a fan of this style of play because I grew up in the Wenger years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grew up, whatever. At the same time, and I do want us to improve when it comes to our attacking play. Even if we're not the free flowing Wenger side, we just need to be able to carve open and create more. But then the flip side of that is when you look at our team. For me, there's nothing wrong with scoring set piece goals at all. Yeah. We just got to make sure that it's a bit more finely balanced in terms of open play. But when you look at our team, we're big, strong, tall. We've got some players who know how to whip a ball in. So I think inevitably, fingers crossed the offensive play improves. But I think we're always the way the squad Arteta's built. We're always going to be a threat at a set piece because we got some absolute giants in that side.
Yeah, there's a reason why some of our team gets called the Ashburton Globetrotters at the moment. It is what it is. So, right, average possession for both teams, 58.6 for Arsenal, lovely. 54.9% for Atletico Madrid. XG, 14.1 for us, 16 for them. So there's not much difference between XG. XG conceded, only 4.8 for Arsenal, 9.7 for Atletico. So they're hard to break down themselves. Shots on target per game, 4.3 for Arsenal, which has to improve. I'm sorry, but that's shockingly bad. For them, 5.7. Big chances missed. I like this is low. I know for some people that's quite high, but it's actually quite low, really. 13 big chances missed. They've had 20. Passing accuracy, ours is around 86. I've always said 87, 88, and I'll be happy. So we're nearly there. Atletico's is slightly higher than ours. Long balls, they're 55.8, but they have got Sorloth up front, so they obviously use him as the target man, and then Alvarez comes in. Ours is 48.3, not bad. Crossing, 23.7. Theirs is 25.8. They are the dirty team. Doesn't surprise me. Simeone is the manager. 2 clean sheets for them. 5 for us. Now, the people that are going to be interested in the next part is the injury list. Now, there has been a slight change on Havertz. Currently, he is now early November. Odegaard is mid-November. So, Odegaard should be back for when we get back from international break. Havertz, I'll be surprised if we see him just before the international break. I think it'll be a bit daft. Might as well just keep him for the after. But he should be 100% fit by then. Like 100%. Jesus, don't really care. Cardoso, is a doubt. Now, I know that everyone's saying he is out, but I use my actual lists. So he will not play. He won't be on the bench, but he is a doubt. So that means you guys, if you want to use him in the challenge tonight, you're allowed to, because it's allowed, because he's a doubt. So he's not fully out, but he won't be picked, if that makes sense. Like Madueke, he's a doubt, but I'll be surprised if he's played at all. But yeah, so you can still pick Madueke. Right, let's get into the comments because they are building up. Morning to Dermot. Say morning, guys. Bobby's getting worried about Verstappen. Yes, I'll be honest. I didn't particularly enjoy the American Grand Prix, if I'm honest. Not just because he won, but I just wasn't that entertained, if I'm honest. I understand. What did you say, Bren?
I did watch it as well. I watched the last half of it. Yeah. I wasn't happy with the result.
No, I wasn't either.
I don't think many were.
No, not really. The grade on the show. Well, exactly. But I think, look, a lot of the Arsenal fans are talking about it. It's a valid talking point at the moment. I don't particularly care how many we concede. I'm always, because I'm a defender, I don't like conceding anyway. Even if I'm 7-0 up, I hate the fact if it gets to 7-1. That really pisses me off, I'll be honest, because it means, I was always greedy as a defender. But the only team I hated playing was at Elmdon. They always get at least minimum 5 against us. They were just phenomenal team. I hated them. They played Arsene Wenger style football. They had 5 attackers on that team, and you just like, no matter who you were defending, they always had a spare person that just got through you, and it's like, damn team. Anyway, Landona was, I'll be honest, I was not impressed with McLaren at all. Their decisions were rubbish as well. Ever since Salah and this happens though.
Ozil, Aubameyang.
Yeah, exactly. I was literally going to say, because obviously everyone just thinks of Arsenal's ones, but this happens at every team. You sign massive contracts, and they do seem to drop off. I'll be honest, VVD, I thought it was absolutely shocking at the weekend, but no one seems to talk about that. They want to talk about other things. And I'm like, Man United were playing a low block. I don't think they were, personally. I thought that was a very open game. I don't think it was a low block. They were just defending, just like you would. You defend. But it wasn't a low block because they were attacking Liverpool when they could as well. Anyway, there's my little moan for the day. Also,
you know what?
Yes, mate.
One second, Bob. You know what? The thing with that, it was always going to be a flip of a coin, innit? With the whole VVD and Salah thing, because obviously I think most of us couldn't wait to see the back of them, because of obviously how good and consistent they've been. But I remember saying to Liverpool fans at the time, I was like, listen, it's going to be a flip of a coin. Like, they're going to sign those contracts, and there's not going to be any guarantee that they're going to perform the way they performed before. Obviously, it's looking likely, but what I'm just saying is, don't, I know as an Arsenal fan, we've been burnt a couple of times before already. And I think what you're seeing now is the inevitable, decline of 2 great Premier League players.
Yep, it just happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just the way it goes.
And Chris is spot on here. Yeah. In the National League, for people that don't watch it, in the National League, not only have you got free kicks and corners, but they're throw-ins as well. The amount of goals I see from throw-ins. And I love it. It causes absolute mayhem.
Yeah, I love it too,
it's my favourite league. Honestly, please, if you don't watch it, go and watch it. Obviously, our Boreham Wood are doing very well at the moment. And I do say our Boreham Wood because obviously we're very linked with Boreham Wood at Arsenal. And they're doing very, very well in the league. So hopefully they get promoted. I don't want to see, Chris, I'll be honest, I don't want to see a playoff final of Boreham Wood versus Carlisle. Because one, I know that you'll be available and stream with me. But it also means we're going to be supporting very different teams. And I will want Boreham Wood to be promoted. The Alan Smith, exactly. It was a set piece. Exactly. It's just mad, isn't it? Just win, as Adrian says in Rocky, just win no matter how even it's off someone's backside. Yep.
Facts.
Nothing better than a backside goal. Depends how Atletico's set up. He's not a defensive manager. He can be, but as you've just put in there, he is adaptable. I do like him. I don't like the person. He is an absolute nightmare to try and talk to. But as a coach, he's really good. Really, really good.
Well, he's won 2 La Ligas, so...
Yeah.
2 Champions League final appearances as well. Europa League winner twice, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, exactly. I do take criticism and I do change the rules of the challenge sometimes. But yeah, 'cause Moss really did throw his toys out the pram. So doubts are now included. I've always said this though. You are included at doubts now. Big up to Gary. Very early for you, Gary. Hope you're doing all right.
Gary.
Manchester United were winning every second ball. Fair play to him. That's not exactly. I like Bournemouth, newly promoted. 2 amazing starts of the season. They will have to settle for playoffs as title is ours. Bobby will love that play. It will be an interesting one, mate, if that's the case. But hopefully you get top spot and Bournemouth will get to the playoff finals. Then I'll be happy. I'll be absolutely fine with that. Because I don't expect Bournemouth to get promotion. Automatic anyway. Anyway, let's get into my 5 to watch. There is some very good players on their team. Okay, won't surprise anybody, but I've got a fullback. I don't care. I have a fullback allegiance, okay? Lorente! I do like him. But mind you, sometimes he does drop in as a DM as well, so he is versatile, but as far as I'm aware, he will play as a right back or left back tonight. So, and he is versatile. He can play right and left, so I do like him. Barrios, talented young player there. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Thiago Almada, again, they have a great scouting network. Absolutely great scouting network. Amada's a fantastic player. And yes, this is Simeone's son. He's not picked just because he's Simeone's son, though. He is a very talented player. He's only 22, but he is very, very good. So don't just go, oh, he's just playing because his daddy's the manager. No, he plays because he's talented. And Alvarez, how can we not talk about Alvarez? You know, we all know what he's like in the Premier League. He's going to enjoy playing tonight.
Absolutely,
he's going to be an absolute nightmare. Well, I have to talk about him in the battles because I don't. It's because again I don't know what Diego's going to do tonight. He could do Sorloth and Alvarez. He might just play one up front. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. So I've had to guess again. So Alex Baena, the young left winger that we were looking at, but obviously Atletico Madrid got him. I expect him to probably play on the left, so that means Timber needs to be, because Baena's very, very good. He played at Villarreal last season, so watch out for him because he's very, very good. Saliba against Alvarez, I don't think, because if Sorloth plays, I expect Sorloth against Gabriel, and Alvarez will be against Saliba because they're more mobile. So I would have assumed that would be the team up. Who knows? Zubimendi against Griezmann, because don't forget, Griezmann is still there. So Griezmann, again, it's guesswork, the battles, but these are what I think. Zubimendi against Griezmann, because Griezmann will normally drop back, so that means Zubimendi needs to be on top of him. Thankfully, he knows the La Liga very well, so he'll know these players very well. So he'll know what he's doing. If Eze plays, trust me, there is a possibility he doesn't play or doesn't start. You'll see this in the starting lineups. Eze against Barrios, because Barrios is a defensive midfielder. He does play in midfield as well, but he's more defensive minded, so he will drop back. So if Eze is the number 10, that will be a battle there. Jimenez against Gyökeres, very good centre back in all fairness. So Gyökeres is going to have a very hard night if we don't get him the what's the word?
Service.
Thank you. But honestly,
we got you, Bobby. We got you.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's one of those days. I had a coffee. That's how bad. I never drink coffee, and I had to have a coffee this morning. That's how bad my day is so far. And Hanko. Now, Hanko is someone that I love. I love Hanko. I'm sorry. Now he is a centre back, so it's a very much similar to Dan Burns situation. He's a very tall centre back. You would never think that he would be able to play on the left. But he can, and he's very, very good. Now, this is another player that I would have loved at Arsenal. This is the type of league. I think he came from, I think it was Sparta Prague or Slavia Prague. It was definitely one of those teams. And they have so much talent out there that we seriously, if we're going to buy a club or team up with some club, they're the type of clubs we need to team up with, because their production line is incredible. Their work ethic is incredible, and also you can get a bargain if it's like going down to Camden Market. Go and get a bargain. Anyway, so yeah, Saka against Hanko for me. It's going to be an interesting battle anyway. Let's have a look, see what Chris is saying before we move on to the lineups. If Simeone was in Premier League, he would have more charges than. You're on about Diego Simeone, not his son. But yes, definitely, 100%. I do expect to see him in the Premier League at some point. I think it is a league that he would love to do. I would love to see him here as well, but. Yeah, he would definitely get a lot of charges. Just not Forest Green, then I'm happy. No, I'll be honest, I'm not the greatest fan of their owner. I have a lot of conversations with that owner. I do have a lot of falling out with that owner. So yeah, I'm not the greatest fan of Forest Green, if I'm honest. I've seen about the crying. I hate Llorente scored against us every time when he equalised against us. I was shouting off. So he would swear again. I love that. The thing is, I've known Chris for so long, I can literally picture it. It's so funny. Alvarez is a baller. Yeah, I love him. Very expensive, but yeah. Unfortunately, too many people are snot gobblers and disrespectful of proud teams. Mate, you've got so many good quality teams in Eastern Europe, and especially like their talent. The way that they have a conveyor belt is incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible. Now, we were scouting the youth over there, but to be able to do it is extremely, especially with the red tape nowadays, because obviously I don't want to really get into it, but the EU stuff has not helped us at all. But it's definitely something we need to look into and invest into, because their talent is incredible, absolutely incredible. We have got a scout that's specifically for over there, but to then get them through the red tape is so much harder to do for the Premier League teams. It's really not very good. By the way, I get it. I'm sure that we've all got certain players from different other clubs that we just don't like at all for specific reasons, but they are still great players. But Diego, what's his name? Diego Costa is one that I particularly hated. But if he was playing for us, I would enjoy watching him. Does that make sense?
Yes,
like,
of course,
I hate him. Yeah, and Drogba as well. Actually, thinking about it.
Yeah.
I hated him against us because he always seemed to get
absolutely terrorised us, didn't he?
But I would love him playing for us.
His record against us is it's insane.
Yeah, no, that's another good team. Honestly, the amount of teams in Eastern Europe is just incredible. Honestly, the talent out there is just. This is why you're seeing the likes of Hungary, Romania, and all those getting better and better. Obviously, they're not getting outstanding results, but they're getting better because their conveyor belts of talent is just, and that's why they're going all over Europe at big clubs now. Like Hanko's got to Atletico Madrid. He is a quality player. Atletico Madrid don't buy rubbish. They never do. But yeah. Anyway, my five to watch. That was already done. Chosen lineups, guys. This is going to be fun because there's a horrid team in this, and I do mean horrid. And because Ali's at the top, I'm going to get Ali to score the first one, which I personally was sick when I was sent it. But hey-ho, it is what it is. So, Ali, you're going to get to score the first team, which is Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Zubamendi, Rice, Marino. Yes, I did say all those three together. Saka, Martinelli, and Gyökeres. I hate this team.
Work, does it?
I like the front line. I don't like the midfield at all.
No.
5 or 6, 5. Because of the players that we have available, it's a 5.
That's fine. I've got no issues with that. So, G, you're going to get the next one. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice, Waneri, Saka, Eze, and Gyökeres.
You know what? It's a decent side. But what, for me personally, I would put Eze where Nweri is. And then I'd replace Nweri with Martinelli. So
Okay.
I'd switch Eze into the midfield and then replace, and then obviously bring Martinelli into the front three. But other than that, I mean, if I saw that lineup, I wouldn't be horrified by it because I even like the fact that as opposed to the first one, Calafiori's in there. I think tonight is a game for Calafiori over Lewis Skelly, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy with that. So based on a little tweak and maybe one sub, I'd give it a 7.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Brenny, you get the next one, which is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice, Eze, Saka, Trossard, and Gyökeres.
Whoa.
That
I
face
like
is
it.
ill. Oh, do you?
I like, no, well, I haven't finished yet. But it's a Trossard thing because I saw extended highlights of the game. So obviously, you know what, I didn't watch the game on Saturday, and apart from the goal, I didn't think Trossard did a lot. To be honest,
He was awful, mate.
much. You know what I mean? It's yeah. For me, that'd be. I'd have to give that. I'd have to give it a 6 because of the Trossard thing, really.
No,
But other
fair
than
enough.
that, I think it's a very good line.
Fair enough. Ali, you get Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Marino, Eze, Saka, Martinelli, and Gyökeres.
Blimey.
You notice I don't moan about this one because I have no issues with
I like this
resting
team,
Rice.
but I don't like. For me, Moreno is not a starter, so for me, it's a 6.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't have that. If that had, I'm not going to say because he might be coming up soon, but it would be a lot higher, closer to 10 if someone else was in that team in midfield.
Okay.
Declan Rice.
Okay.
Because you've got Saka, you got Saka, Martinelli on the wings. You got Gyökeres through the middle, Eze in the 10. I expect Rice to be in the 8, and Zubamendi and above. That's my team for tonight anyway.
Okay, fair enough. I don't normally fight back a little bit, but I'm gonna fight back a little bit on this one.
Yeah,
See,
go on.
my theory is, and I'll speak to all these people that do the teams, and they're basically saying Zubamendi Marino is the double pivot, which I like. I have no issues with that. He's a very good, strong, and obviously Zubamendi and Marino have a great relationship as well.
Of course,
they
Sociedad,
played at Sociedad, which means you give those front four freedom to go forward. Now, obviously, let's ignore Arteta as the manager for a minute. Right, so if you're setting that up as your double pivot, because you do need to be wary of Atletico on the counter because they are very good, very quick, very dangerous. That's what could hurt us. So I think that back 7 is fantastic. I have no issues with like resting Rice personally. I think Marino literally is a slower version of Rice.
Precisely. So you hit the nail on the head there. He's a slower version of Rice, so we need Rice in this team. But physical. Like I've been doing a bit of checking up on Atletico Madrid. They either play 4-4-2 or they're going to play 5-3-2.
That's right.
Right. So tonight, we need obviously the lineup we all want. I presume. I'm probably going to ruin this by saying this, but the back 4, Zubamendi, Rice as a double pivot or as a left 8 bombing up and down, whatever you want. Eze in the 10, and those front 3.
Yeah.
For me, that's a 10 out of 10 side to start this particular game because we are playing a team that are very physical. They can be technical, and they are, as you've all said, they're very good on the break.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can nullify all of those things. Whether they change 5-3-2, 4-4-2 in the game, they go long, they're not going to get no joy because we've got Saliba and Gabriel at the back. If they go short, we're going to press them from the front with Gyökeres. If they try to go through the middle, we've got Rice and Zubamendi with pace and power and the technical side of the game.
Yep.
So they know tonight. I think this is a game where Arsenal needs to we need to blitz them in the first half an hour, to be honest. But I'm sure we'll come on to that.
Yeah, we do need to blitz them, to be fair.
Because I think we can. The way we play, we're too quick.
G, you've got a team of Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié, Zubamendi, Rice, Waneri, Saka, Eze, and Gyökeres.
Yeah, I mean, the Hincapié thing, like, not for me, not tonight. It just wouldn't be my choice, my thing to do. I get the Waneri selections. you know what I mean, I respect everybody's perspective on it, but again, I just think while Odegaard's not there, I don't think it should be a question who should start in that attacking position. For me, it has to be Eze. I don't. For me, it's not even a thought. Like
Yeah.
Eze's just in there.
Yeah.
Similarly to what Ali was saying about Rice, I could never legitimize not
Yeah, I'm
playing
fine.
Rice on a big
Yeah.
European night, particularly on a big European night. I mean, you just need to see what he did against Madrid. Like he's a big game player, and I just unless he's got a knock. Like for me personally, I can't rationalize why we'd rest him. I just can't. So I mean, look, if Cape played, yeah. But it wouldn't be my choice. Nuaneri, I don't really like that. And I do think, as much as I don't think both Trossard and Martinelli are starters, I think both are better coming off the bench. I prefer Eze in his more natural position, which is the 10. So, based on the left back, Nuaneri and Eze, for me, it's slightly more out of position. I've got to give that a 5, in my opinion. Might be
enough.
harsh.
No, but what I will say about Hincapié, not a lot of people probably have seen him as much as I like I said, we couldn't get Hato because obviously he went to Chelsea. If I said it at the weekend, next person to Hato would always be Hincapié. So once we see a fully fit, 100% running, and honestly, you guys are going to be going, oh my god, what have we got? He is a monster. The guy is a monster, and I love him. And what's amazing is Heinz was obviously doing wonders at the club, especially with Calafiori. And Calafiori has stepped up not just 1 or 2 gears, he's stepped up 3 gears.
True.
He is doing outstanding himself. Now, for the first time, I know Brenny's history is better than this. And I'm going to have to say left backs because they technically are, even though they're not, I know.
Yeah.
I've never seen 2 fantastic left backs at Arsenal, ever, I don't think. Have you, Bren?
No.
No.
There's normally just Ashley Cole or Winter. There's always just one, and then the other one.
Who was
I've seen 3. I've seen 3
have
classic left backs at Arsenal.
At the same time.
Oh no, no. Sorry, not at the same time.
That's what I meant. Like at the same time.
From generation to generation.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen. Yeah.
Brady, I got a question for all 3 of you actually, because I don't remember who was in the squad at the same time, but who was in the squad when we had Silvino? Who was our starter?
Our start when Silvino
Winterburn.
came. It was Nigel Winterburn.
Yeah, see, I think that was a good 2.
That's probably a good pairing.
Yeah. Because
I loved Silvino. I thought he was class.
And Silvino, and that was when Nigel Winterburn wasn't coming to the end of his career, but he was coming he was at the end of his Arsenal career because that was his last season with Arsenal, and then he went to West Ham. He went to West Ham, and then Silvino 2001, he played regularly for us, but then Ashley Cole came into that side and
blew it away.
Wow.
Yeah.
The rest is history,
I don't know.
But I think, Bobby, are you asking in terms of both left backs, 3 left backs being in their prime at the same time?
Yeah, pretty much prime at the same time because these 2 are
we
the
got
same.
3.
Yeah, I
know he's not a left back, but
Gael Clichy wasn't a bad left back.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll give him his props. I've got to give him his props, give him his flowers because Clichy as well. He picked up a league medal. There were times where Ashley was injured, and he came in and did a great job in our Invincibles. So
he was just starting out, wasn't he?
Yeah, and even as the seasons went on, I've met the guy, and I was actually gutted when he left to go City. I really was.
Yeah,
because Kieran Gibbs couldn't
nowhere
live
near
up to the tradition of left backs. Kieran Gibbs, I liked him as a player, but he couldn't cut it compared to the guys we were just talking about just now.
I think going back to Hincapié, I think this guy is, like Bobby said, and I'm sure G and Brenny know this already, but this guy he's quality. He's got pace, technical ability. He's very, very strong in his duels. He can go down the line. He can cut it back. He's got a great delivery on him.
Yeah.
But if we're judging these lineups on today, right now, I get why G said what he has in
Yeah.
terms of the number because
Yeah,
he's just not match fit, rather
yeah,
than judging the quality of the player.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
I
100%.
agree.
Yeah. Fair
I
enough.
agree.
Right, Brent, you get the final team. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Marino, Trossard. Yep, Trossard has the 10. Saka, Eze, Jokeres. Honestly, I swear some people are just crazy when I ask them.
Yeah, just.
Do you know what? It's like from that light, I've just got tear gas in my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like I haven't even got my window open. You know what I mean? It's like in my life.
Trossard in the 10, man. Jeez.
Oh my god, Trossard. You know, I wouldn't even have him in that 10. For me, it'd be Eze. I'm with G. With Odegaard out,
Hmm.
it's for me. It's about Eze in the 10. You know, but then again, when Odegaard comes back, I'd rather see Odegaard in the 8 than the 10.
Yep.
But
Hmm.
yeah. So for me, that's got to be a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, fair
6.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Marino and Trossard in the same midfield at
yeah,
the same
it just
time.
doesn't make sense. There's not
Yeah,
enough
no,
power pace.
That would be a horror show.
yeah.
So
Halloween come early, man. If you see that one, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
this
true.
combination, I was like thinking about this while we were going through the other four teams. Now, is this individual who's picked this team? Is he saying that Trossard and Eze are going to be floating and changing positions? Because if that's the case, then that may work. Yeah,
Right.
Mm.
but if
Just so everyone's fully aware, this is 6 teams from about 60 people that I ask. So more than
Okay.
one person has said this team,
wow,
not just one. And these are all coaches and all work within the football field.
really,
I still question
wow.
their brain sometimes, but
So
never
for
mind.
me, if you have Rice in that team instead of Moreno, and then you got Trossard, Saka, Eze, Jokeres, the only way I see that working is if Eze starts as a 10, Trossard starts on
Yeah,
the left.
yeah,
And then after 10, 15 minutes, they'll interchange for two,
yeah,
3, 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then they
yeah,
go back to their original positions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that team does not
Yeah.
make sense.
Nope.
yeah,
No, it doesn't.
Because obviously, Bobby, as you've said in the summer, and many Arsenal fans alike, the left wing position is a problem area. Even though we're
Yes.
still getting goals from that position, and we
Yeah.
are creating chances from that position, this conversation would be very, very different if we had brought in an out and out left winger like we did with Madueke on the right
Yeah.
facts.
to back up
Yeah.
Saka. So now
Yeah.
it's, oh, do we pick which one are we starting? Which one's better to start? So it's, if we're being creative with this side, I get this because Trossard's scoring goals. He's not doing much within the game, but he can. He's 2-footed. I think he can play a little bit in the 10, but he can't play 90 minutes in the 10. So if they're shifting to change and pull players out of position for from the opposition,
Yeah.
then it can work. If not, then this is like, I don't know what Brenny's going to give that, but that's
He
pathetic.
gave it a 6, didn't he?
Okay,
Yeah,
a
he gave,
6.
Oh,
he
6.
gave it a 6,
Yeah.
yeah. Right, let's move on to the comments before we do the wonderful pass of the show. The challenge, even though I was in Bobby's comments for Liverpool game on Sunday, trust me, behind the scenes, I was fuming. I really enjoyed that game, I have to be honest.
It was
really,
good.
It was a good game.
That game
And the
made me
result was
smile
great.
all night. It was so good. I'm not that bothered. You know me, I don't care about the result. It was the actual game was the most entertaining
Of
game I've
course.
watched for a while,
Of
and I
course, I
loved
get
it. My mate who was in Liverpool 1-0 watch along couldn't stop laughing whole stream. I was constantly swearing at my team. Oh jeez. Arteta not wanting to lose is like a boxer with undefeated record, cherry picking his opponents. Basically, cherry picking is picking easy opponents. I reckon 0-0 for Jesus. Okay. I'm just writing it down quickly before I forget it. 0-0. Jeez. You do realise I'm not doing the watch along, so that means Arsenal normally have a really good night. Just so everyone's fully aware.
We've done all right when you've done the watch along against Fulham, mate. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, but our performance is never that entertaining when I
I'm
do a watch
joking, I'm
along.
joking.
Yeah, because we had some great games when I wasn't doing the watch along. It's great that we've nearly got. Yes, well we've nearly got there. We will. I think by the end of next summer, we will definitely have 2 players for each position. Now, bear in mind, some people are going to lose a player here and there, but they will be replaced. But yeah, we will have eventually 22 players in each position. Yeah, great.
In January, for sure.
Say that again,
I
mate.
think
Sorry.
that'd be a nice. I'll take a Semenyo in January.
Well, currently, obviously, the plans aren't going to be completed until the end of November, but there's definitely a lot of chatter at the moment, and we're looking at positions that even I've got scratching my head because I'm like, why are we looking at that? But I'll find out at the end of November, and hopefully it makes sense to me because I'm currently confused with one, but it is what it is. That's Chris's team: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincape, Zubimendi. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That's. I'll be honest. I know you guys will, and I'm going to score this one because you get all to score the others. I'm going to score this as 7 because I personally like it. I really do. I'm sorry. I want to see Max. Max is a lot more comfortable than people think he is. Just because he's 15.
Oh, he's massive.
Oh, exactly. The kid will not care. The kid will not care. Honestly, I can trust him. I will trust.
So go on, Bobby.
No, carry on, Ali.
If you see his physicality as well, how he's grown, he's taller than Saka.
Yep, exactly.
I saw pictures of them in the training ground yesterday. They were talking to each other, walking out onto the grass.
Yep.
His legs, his physique, his upper body.
Mm-hmm.
If he was to play tonight, I wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, why is he playing?" I'd be like, "Yeah, let's go."
Let's see what he can do.
He's not afraid of anybody, is he?
It's controversial, but he is our what's his name? Yamal. He's that type of player. It's up to Arteta now to
it's up to us now to progress him.
He has that ability. I can see it. The eye tests don't lie, man. Like his touch, the way he turns on the half turn, and he's going straight towards the box.
Yeah.
Like, hence why he's getting those penalties in pre-season. I don't care if it's pre-season. He'll do that in the Premier League game. He done it against, who was it? Nottingham Forest in the league.
Yes.
Yeah, when your president penalty for 5-0.
Max Downland's a Wenger type player.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Well, this is the thing, and I'm excited. Obviously, we've got that young Irish lad, Victor. I'm not going to try and say his surname because it's impossible to say. From Shamrock.
I saw that video of this.
Yeah, he's coming in a year and a half. We've got Brando that's coming through as well. He's just signed his first professional contract. He's a left-sided winger, so that's another exciting. The Victor one that we're getting from Ireland, he's versatile, so he can do right, left, middle. So we've got some really upcoming youngsters, which are really exciting. And it's not, thankfully, it's not just forwards anymore. We've got defenders as well. Yes.
Yeah.
We've got some goalkeepers as well. Yes. Thankfully, at last. But we've got players all over the pitch now that are coming through, and Per's doing a fantastic job. Yes, mate.
Bobby, I'll just say as well before you get the challenge, right, is that with these players as well, with the youngsters, would you guys believe, right, for the first time ever, I know the new Football Manager is coming out in a couple of weeks, but I've still been playing Football Manager 24, and I've just finished my 11th season with Arsenal, and it's good to the point where a lot of those younger players now who are in their late 20s, early 30s, I'm talking Marcel Skelly, for example, Waneri, those, when you play these games, you can play it on for seasons on instead of using generated players, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these players, you can help them grow as well. I know it's fictional, but you can help them grow. And that's what I love about Football Manager with the youngsters that we've got.
Yeah.
Seasons on end.
I don't normally boost games, but Football Manager do use a lot of people that we work with, so I do trust them when it comes to like their what do they call them? Wonder Kids or something they call them on there.
Wonder Kids.
I'd say at least 80% are correct because they trust our systems, the ones that we use as well. And trust me, there are some really good ones. But Lewis Skelly, for me, is going to be a future Arsenal captain. That's our theory. That I think we'll go with that. Marley Salmon is someone I do expect to will
really good
succeed with us.
Lewis Skelly's my number 8 right now. Lewis Skelly's my number 8.
Yeah. Well, he will be our midfielder. He will not be left back wise. I can guarantee you will not see anymore because. Give a little bit of insight. We are scouting left backs. I don't understand why. if I'm honest. Full disclosure, I don't.
Can you disclose what age group?
Yeah, well, this guy is 22, the German that we're looking at the moment.
Okay.
He's very good. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we're looking at a bad player, because we're not. He's very good, but I just don't understand it personally because we've got quite a lot. But yeah, but Lewis Skelly's role at left back, I think, is now dead. He's going to be integrated into midfield, which is what I've wanted to see for a long time anyway, so I'm happy about that. Right, Chris, going to go do some content on his channel. Please do subscribe to the only Chris Welch channel. He's now just called it that now, because he is literally, he is the first Chris Welch that comes up on any YouTube system. So yeah, so it will put his challenge teams in after. So I'll have a look at it after the stream, mate, and when you put it up, and I'll score it then. Tonight, I think Arteta will go for. Yeah, here we go. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. Yeah, I can see that personally.
I'll be disappointed. If that's the lineup against this team, I'll be disappointed.
Same.
So will I.
It's because it's Moreno. I like Moreno off the bench.
Yeah.
What he did against Newcastle,
he makes a huge impact.
What exactly? Why? Because when he comes on, everyone else is tired.
Yep.
But then they're at Moreno's pace when he's fresh. So that's when you need it.
He exploits that. Exactly, Ali. He exploits
Newcastle, St. James's Park. That is the template. That is the stamp of what Moreno is for this Arsenal squad. It's as simple as that. He should not be starting.
Correct.
And the way you spoke earlier, Bobby, it sounds like he's going to start instead of Eze, which is going to be an absolute disgrace.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth either.
Look. People I speak to know exactly what I'm like on stream. You know, I'll say what I say, and I don't care. No one will come up and bite me on the butt. But yeah, if you just look at the Man City and the Liverpool games,
Liverpool, please don't do that again. For God.
You know, I've said it on. I think it was the match reaction. He's too scared about losing. He's more scared about losing than getting a good result. That's the bit that really knocks me about him, because I know how good that defence is. I've not seen a good defence like that since literally what we were talking about, Dixon, Winterburn, Adams. I know people will probably say different ones. That's fine. That's their choice. My choice is Tony Adams, Steve Bold, stroke Keown, Winterburn and Dixon. They're my they're my favourite centre-backs and right-backs and left-backs that I've ever watched, because I was always comfortable watching them. The ones we've got now, I'm very comfortable. At no point when I do a watch along or just watch the Arsenal game, I don't worry. I don't. Yeah. And I haven't been like this for a long, long time. Normally, I'm going, oh god, here we go. Oh god, don't do that. But I'm not like that.
I just don't get this about this Eze obsession that Mikel's starting to have. Of he takes him off after 65 minutes, 70 minutes. I understand if we're resting him, saving his legs. What he says in his press conferences since the start of the season is, some of our players that we've signed, they're not used to playing 3 times a week. Okay, yeah, no problem. We're 8 games in now. I'm sure he's coming up to speed to play 3 times a week. So you can't keep having that excuse as the season goes on to either rest him for a game because he can't play 3 times a week. Rest him in the Carabao Cup then.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What I've said countless times.
He's our number 1 signing of this summer. He's a creative. He's a maverick, but a maverick that works hard.
Yeah.
He played for Crystal Palace. Is everyone forgetting this? Well, is Arteta not seeing what we as fans see? He's back. He was in a team. Did anyone watch the FA Cup final?
Yeah.
What was they doing in that game? He was tracking back, working his socks off. And then when he got his chance, he scored. And then what did he do after he scored? Kept the ball, got free kicks in dangerous areas, got his team up the pitch, and tracked back, which Arteta loves, right? So there's no excuses for Eberechi Eze not starting for Arsenal Football Club anymore. He's match fit. He's ready to go. Unless the data is showing that he's in the red zone, as they say, then he might need a rest. But not tonight, I'm sorry. This is our hardest game in the Champions League. Play your best team, smash him for the first 65 minutes, and then take him off. Sorry.
What I'll say about Arteta and Eze is,
allow it, man.
Don't believe everything that comes out of Arteta's mouth. He is doing what I call Arteta PR. He knows
Exactly.
full well what he's doing. I don't like it. A lot of people come to me and go, "Oh, but Arteta said this,"
He's
and
trying to make the player feel good. Oh,
I
you're not
couldn't give a
actually-
monkey's ass.
Well,
The one
bullshit.
person that does need a rest more than what the fans understand, and sorry, Ali, but I'm going to have to say this: Declan Rice needs a
I
rest
agree.
more
I agree.
because he's
The
got
amount of work he puts in.
well, he's actually got a long-term back issue. I think he will. I very much doubt he'll make it very far into his 30s with his career because his
Sure.
back is always having to be looked
Yeah,
at every time.
it seems to come up a lot.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
got.
so- Sorry, go on.
No, he obviously has to have treatment after every game, so he needs that little bit of rest more than what other players do. And sorry, Arsenal fans, but that's just the case. It's a strange one. I think he did something really bad a couple of years ago, and it's never got the same. So he has to
Yeah, I
be
remember.
wrapped up in cotton wool
So it's
sometimes.
that same thing.
Yeah,
So with stuff like that, now I know that information, then it makes sense.
Mm.
But if obviously before you said that, Bobby, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if he's fit, he plays.
yeah,
So as fans, I think with that vital piece of information that you've just given,
yeah,
it does make sense for that to happen. But I'd rather he plays tonight
Yeah.
and then doesn't play against Crystal Palace then.
yeah. That's
Do
the
you know
thing.
what I mean?
You've got
So
to-
there's got to be
Yeah.
some sort of, and then there's 3 or 4 with all due respect teams that were playing in the Champions League. He can
Yes.
he doesn't even have to be on the bench. Go
Yes.
home, put
exactly.
your feet up
No.
for a week, mate.
No,
So
exactly.
not-
I agree.
But Mikel Arteta, by the sounds of it, he likes doing this in big games.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the wrong time. It's
Let's
all
just
about the
hope.
timing.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen tonight because I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I will be really annoyed if he does do that midfield that we're all talking about and dreading. But anyway, now it's time to have fun. Retro. Oh well, no, it's not retro
God.
time. What do you mean? Oh God! Right,
Here
he's
we
been
go.
downscored already. He's been downscored already. Challenge
one.
time, people. Okay, for people that have not played this before, not seen this before, all you got to do is choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition, no unavailable players. Doubts are allowed, so you're allowed to pick any doubts. 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward from the opposition must be selected. Once you select a player, you cannot swap him. Formation of the home team is always selected, so it is Arsenal's formation, so it's nice and simple for us. No former players, present squad only, and thanks to Nick's wonderful idea, here is the team that you are able to pick from. And because he gave me back chat before even the challenge started, Ali's going to start first. So he's going to have 2 picks. Because
am I?
back chat. Yeah, you're going to have 2
Oh,
picks. So
right.
the first, well, you'll pick one first, then G, then Brenny, back to G, finish with Ali.
Yeah, no
Right.
problem. I'm good.
And
Let's do
it's always easier to do the opponents first, so we'll do Atletico Madrid first. So your first player, please, from that.
I always say this. Brenny knows this, and Bobby. I want more Arsenal players on the 10 outfield players. So I'm going to go Oblak,
Oh, black. Okay.
even though I
Yeah.
love Raya.
Oh, yeah, but Oblak, jeez. If Oblak was at my club, I'll be absolutely dancing on, just all night.
Dancing on ice, mate.
Oh, yeah, dancing on the ceiling. I was trying to think of the song that I really like, but yeah, dancing on. Is it dancing on the ceiling? Lionel Richie.
I
Yeah,
know, mate. It's
Yeah,
before my
thank you.
time.
it is. It is.
Wait, right. -2.
Come
-2
on.
now. Here we go. Right. Gee, your first player, please, mate.
Can I pick any position?
For now, yeah. Any
Okay,
positions free at the moment.
I think for me personally, there's one standout player in this Madrid side who
Ah, long
I
lay.
would take,
Yeah, long
I
lay.
would take in a heartbeat, and it's Alvarez.
I knew
Yeah.
it. Top
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
take him in a heartbeat.
Right. Where do you want to put him? Because he is obviously versatile.
I know he can kind of play across the front 3.
Yeah.
But personally, I mean, it depends. Can I discuss it with the other 2?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, because you've picked the
Okay.
player now. It's
Yeah,
up to you
so
where you
for
want to put
me,
him.
Alvarez, I mean, I've seen him, Brenny and Ali, I've seen him most effective through the middle. Do you
Yeah.
think there's an argument here that we could play him somewhere else to compensate for Gyökeres? Basically, what I'm asking, do you think Gyökeres and Alvarez can play on the same side?
I think they could.
They can.
Where would you put Alvarez though?
Yes,
Left
Would you
wing.
put him on the Would you put him on the left?
Left wing. Left wing.
Yeah.
I'll put him on the left.
If we want to get both of them in,
It has to be on the left.
then he has to go on the left.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Wicked. Yeah. So lock that in, Bobby.
Okay, locked in. Branny, your only choice for today. Sorry, you've only got one. But
That's all right. That's
which
okay.
player are you going to go with?
I played it so many times, and he failed me quite a few times. As well,
Sorry, Benny, I took your role for today, mate.
No,
Sorry.
and he still calls me. He still calls me Pop Brother, and he's failed me out.
It's all love. It's all love.
That's just wicked. Bobby is massive. Right. I think I'm looking at the defender there. Molina. Yeah, there's some good. There's some quality players here.
Mm-hmm.
Quality players.
It's
Got to
difficult.
go with Jimenez, isn't it? Really?
You want to go for Jimenez, yeah?
Yeah, he plays right back, innit?
Well, he can play. He's versatile, so it's wherever you want to put him.
Yeah.
What position does he play, Bobby? Or you can't tell us.
No, he's versatile. You can put him right, left, centre back.
You can put him in left.
Yeah.
No, I'll put him on. You know what? Put him on the left, please. We need to get Timber in.
Okay.
Good shout.
Yeah.
So G, your second choice, please, mate.
Oh. I'm thinking somewhere. I'm thinking to have one of their players in the midfield because I don't want to lose another Arsenal defender personally.
Well, we certainly need a midfielder in this.
Yeah, we need a midfielder. So I don't know whether to go with the young player. Is it Amada, or whether to go with
Barrios.
Yeah, or Barrios. Because I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking Eze plays, I'm thinking Rice plays. So really, I'm looking for a DM. So
yeah, and Koke's not the player he was. If this was 10,
Yeah, we got
seasons
it's tough.
Koke would have been the first if this was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's a tough one. This.
I'm a sticking Simeone's boy.
What position does he play? Is he attacking?
He's a forward. Yeah, he's a forward.
Oh, he's more. I thought he was more of a CM.
No, he's a right winger.
More. Oh, he's a forward. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
he's a
forget
right
him
winger
then.
striker.
Then
maybe it's
gonna
that
have to-
Barrios and Almeida, G.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the young lad, Almeida.
Almeida. Okay.
Yeah.
So we finish off with you, Ali. Who's your final choice?
Good luck with that one.
Oh.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, we're covered now, aren't we? Defenders.
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
you're covered on the number 3 rule, so you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't sit here and just go, yeah, go on, screw it up. I don't do that. I promise.
So what? So am I in a position where I can pick a midfielder or an attacker?
You can pick anything you want now.
Anyone.
You're covered on the rules, yeah.
So we're covered on the rules, aren't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. I don't want to put any of them in. I rate our side.
This is the problem, though.
See, this is why it's called the challenge. It's one
You're
that
looking at
affects
it.
the
It's a good
opponents.
one.
You're looking
But
at
it's-
it. You don't really want anyone starting over Timber, Gabriel, or Saliba. You don't
Correct,
really want anyone starting over Rice or Eze. And then obviously, personally, you want Gyökeres and Saka. I mean, what about potentially Griezmann over Eze?
I was looking at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. But
Bainer.
He's a left winger.
he's a left
So you've already
winger.
got-
We've
yeah,
got
you've
Alvarez
already got
locked
Alvarez.
in.
Yeah.
I think Alvarez,
Yeah, let's go.
Gyökeres, and Saka's a quality front three.
Let's go Griezmann.
Yeah,
Because I
You
want
want
to
to
get
put
those
him, you want to
Arsenal
put him as
midfielders
the number
defending
10, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah.
Griezmann's the
yeah.
number 10. All right.
Grie-
Cool.
Griezmann's a quality player. He's so versatile. He's been around for so long. I think he's actually one of the most underrated players.
And he
In
can
terms
play.
of his
He's played
career.
He's played false nine.
Yeah,
At
in
times.
terms of his career for France and the clubs he's played for, he's been
Yeah.
a top baller.
He's been
And
solid.
he doesn't really get much recognition, in my opinion.
Okay. Right, so I think this is going to be quite quick. So the right back will be Timber. Does everyone agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, obviously, Saliba and Gabriel. As
Yes.
centre-backs. Yep. I'm going to cover right wing quickly because that will be Saka.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gyökeres as a striker, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the one thing you do have to decide is who is that final midfielder.
Well, we got the young lad in the DM.
Armada, and you've got Griezmann. You've got
And we
one
got
more
Griezmann,
midfielder.
so I think we've got my
We need
vote
more
would be
power.
Rice.
We need power.
Yeah,
Mine was right. I'm Rice.
Yeah.
Right, it's 2 votes. Ali?
Yeah, Rice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was trying to get everyone to do Rice Baby there, but Ali just wasn't playing in the game. Unbelievable.
Right, baby.
There we go, see?
I'm
If Brenny had said Rice, G had said Rice, all you had to say, Ali, was baby. We would have been sorted.
I wanted to delay like the live on the watch.
Oh, no worries, mate. No worries. So that is the team locked in. Oblak in goal. Timber, Jimenez, Saliba, Gabriel, Armada, Rice, Griezmann, Saka, Alvarez, and Gyökeres. Now, I'll be honest, there is a 10 here because I do think the teams combined, you can easily get a 10. I do need to do a video for this because when someone gets a 10, they deserve a reward. So you get a 10, guys, because I love that team. Honestly, that team is immense.
Wow.
That team is immense. I love that.
Are we awake? Bobby gave a 10.
It's very rare. It's very rare. But
Wow.
honestly, guys, that was really good. You have really.
Because he had three chilling weeks this morning. He had 3 chilling weeks this morning. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
You know what? After saying all of that,
Just eat 2 chilling weeks, not 3.
I can't believe out of that 11 we didn't put out with none of Zubimendi missed out. I can't believe it.
No, but that's the thing now about this Arsenal
2
side
quality
is
sides.
that
That's what
it's
happened.
actually so good that you begrudge actually picking any opposition players over our starting. I mean, for me, Alvarez was just a no-brainer. He has to play.
100%.
Yeah.
But all the other ones were really. It was like, should we put them in? Should we not put them in? And that just shows you how highly we think of our actual current starting 11.
There you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
Many reasons behind this challenge, mate. Many reasons behind this. Big up to Geeks watching over on Brenny's channel. Nervous about the game as Atletico move with purpose. I feel we will have to match that and be more clinical to get a result. Please hit the like button to support these great gooners and subscribe. Big up to Nick. Hope you're doing well. No, to be fair, Geeks, you're fine because obviously it's Arsenal's formation, so you should be fine with this. And I'll be honest, I'll say it now. You got a 10, mate, because that's quality. As long as you've picked 5 of their players, 1,
That's
2,
a good
3.
team as well.
Yeah, that's a 10, mate. There's nothing
that's
wrong
a
with
good
that.
team
That
as
is
well.
quality team. Chris,
That's
when you
brilliant.
watch this back and you put your team in, I expect a 10 now because these
Yeah, that's
guys
a
have
good
really
team.
stepped up. That is a quality team. You are up against 2 other people as well. Let's mark these as well. We'll start with Canito. He's gone with Raya, Lorente, Normand. I can guarantee this is not a 10. Gabriel, Hincape, Barrios, Rice, Eze. That's a 9. It's a good team, but it's a 9. It's all right. Josh has gone with Oblak, Timber, Saliba, Hanko, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Barrios, Eze, Saka, Baena, and Alvarez. Again, good team, but a 9 because I can't be doing 10s on that one. Not with what you guys. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard for me to give a 10 because I do look for perfection. Obviously, Baena's a very good left winger, but you were creating all sorts of ideas. Alvarez and just stunning. Love it. Let's have a look. Morning to DJM. Hope you are well. Big up to DJM.
Yes.
So for people that are unaware, the same thing happened at the weekend. He missed a goal. So DGM, I don't know if you're going to spend 90 minutes tonight in the toilet just so Arsenal score at least like 5 or 6. You know, it's up to you, but it does seem to be working. Big up to Geeks watching over on our channel now. Alvarez bod next summer. Alvarez, in my opinion, will move next summer. I don't know where.
He's class, man.
Will we be
Class.
in the shout? possible. It depends what happens in January, if I'm honest.
We should be all over
We
that.
could. Well, we've obviously got a very good relationship with Atletico Madrid anyway, for obvious reasons. Yes. So let's wait and see. It's too early to talk about it right now.
Bobby,
But
the majority of these players, they're all Andrea Berta signings, though.
pretty much, he was there for over 10 years. So yeah.
So, yeah.
Berta's just next level. Next level.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, next level.
100%.
Bobby on the Black Knight from Monty Python
Oh,
after the
God.
Liverpool game. Sheem's fuming, so I'll be hiding again. Don't you worry. Oh, God. For anyone that doesn't know what he's on about, DJ, his partner, is a Liverpool fan.
The Holy Grail.
So that was an awkward game on Sunday. Winger for January. Yes, it's a big possibility at the moment. I won't know until November. End of November is the meeting, so I will know then if we're going to go big. But it doesn't guarantee that we'll get it, because obviously with January you've got what I always call a quarter tariff on, which is an extra 25% on top of the value that they want, because it's a lot harder to get a replacement in, so the prices go up. So it is really tricky, but I think we're going to be in there. We'll see what happens, but let's wait and see. Anyway, now it's retro time. Brenny loves this part. Let's enjoy. Okay, for people that don't know how to play this one, this is very similar to the other one, just a little bit of a difference. Choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition. Any player from the squad list can be selected. So there will be 2 squad lists that come up for a specific game that I have chosen from us playing Atletico Madrid in the past. 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward from the opposition must still be selected. Once you select a player, you cannot swap him. Formation of the home team now is always selected. So it's still 4-3-3, which isn't that bad, in all fairness. It was only 7 years ago, this game. Just to let you know what the game was. It was the 26th of April 2018. It was 1-1. Played at the Emirates. Europa League semi-final first leg. There you go.
We should have won that.
These were the teams. Diego Simeone was still the manager then as well. I'm not going to even try and say the right back's name because it just comes out awful.
What the hell?
But I will be honest, the right back, I absolutely love him. I just cannot say his name. Thank you very much, Brenny. Oblak was in goal. What Brenny just said was at right back. Jimenez, yep, still then. Godin, Hernandez, Carrera, Sal Nuguez, Thomas Partey, Coke, Kevin Gamiro. Anyone that remembers him at Lorient, very good player. Griezmann. On the bench was Werner, Torres, Gabi, Savic, Diego Costa, Vitolo, and Alabe for Arsenal. Ospina, Bellerin, Mustafi, Koscielny, Monreal, Xhaka, Ramsey, Wilshere, Ozil, Welbeck, Lacazette. Subs were Petr Holding, Iwobi, Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Kalazadac, and Eddie Nketiah. This is going to be fun.
Mate, before we
That was
move on,
7 years ago.
look how far we have come.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That is just a toilet all over the place.
Wow.
Right.
I don't think. I just think it was it's our back line. Then nothing wrong with the
That is
midfield of the attack.
disgusting.
You're right, Brenny. I respect what you're saying, but it just shows. I mean, look at our bench there, man. Holding, Iwobi, Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Koyonasic, and Nketiah, and we were trying to win trophies with that.
Jesus.
You all sound so excited to play this.
Yeah, I'm taking the whole Atletico side.
That's just horrific, though. That Arsenal team is horrific.
Right, we're going to start with Brenny this time for the first player from the Atletico Madrid team. So, who are you going with first?
Well, you got to go with Griezmann, because Griezmann then was he was hot then. He was hot.
Okay, same problem. Where would you want to put him? Because he can technically play 4 roles here. So attacking midfield, right wing, left wing, striker. Where do you want to put him?
Hey, what do you reckon, gentlemen?
I feel like we've got to put him in the front 3 because it's looking poor.
Yeah.
Brenny, wherever you want, boss.
Boy.
Left wing, 10.
I'd put in. Oh boy.
I think left wing. If we're going on, if we're putting a.
Like, you know what? I'd say left wing as well, because I'd say left wing as well, because you can still have room for
Mr.
You
Mo.
got Diego Costa there, or you got Lacazette, but Diego Costa can still score. He can still perform. Then I thought he could
Yeah, but who are we thinking about playing right wing though?
right
Because I
wing.
know Griezmann can play right as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Who would, if we kind of look a little bit ahead of that front three, if we play Griezmann on the left, I mean Griezmann can play across the front three. We've
Mm,
got. I hear what you're saying, Brady. I think we've got to
mm,
pick Diego Costa or another centre forward. For me personally, over
100%.
yeah.
Xhaka.
Well, you know
Um,
what?
Costa was in his prime then.
Griezmann have to go on the right then.
Yeah, Griezmann, right? That's fine with me.
Yep.
Cutting
yeah, cool.
inside, left foot, Bush,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Bosh. There you go. I didn't
Yes.
let you down that time.
Yeah.
Right, G, you get your first pick, but you're the second Atletico Madrid player, please.
Look at looking at that back four. I'm picking him, man.
You're picking him, yeah?
I need a good centre back, man.
Okay,
Jesus.
cool.
Yeah, he's got to be locked in. For me personally, he's better than that back. Both of them centre backs.
Fair enough. Ali, your next player, please.
I'm going to pick one of the O's. It has to be Oblak, obviously. Not
Yeah,
Ospina.
yeah, it's got to be all black.
Okay. G, back to you.
You know what? I'll be honest. Like, I'm looking at the names and I'm going by almost like recency bias because I'll be honest, and I know this is probably controversial. I only liked Xhaka in the last year of his career. I didn't personally rate him. I didn't personally rate him at all. I think he had an absolute blinder of a last season. So
Yeah.
I know 7 years ago I would have said this geezer was trash. I know I did. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and go 7 years ago he would have walked into the side. For me, I'm going to put. I'm thinking a midfielder, lads.
Yeah, 100%.
Has to be.
And I'm thinking Partey. Partey at Madrid was serious player, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I'm thinking Thomas Partey in midfield in a DM role.
Yeah, no worries.
Agree.
Brent, your final choice, please, mate.
Oh, yeah. So we've got the defender.
Yeah, you're all covered on the rules.
Tough
Yeah.
Striker, Brenny.
Striker. Yeah, we got to go. It got to be Diego Costa.
Yeah.
100%. He was in his prime.
Yeah.
Costa was
he was.
he's an absolute bully.
Animal, bro.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Right back. Which one are you going with? I think there's only Bellerin to choose from, though.
Yeah, it's literally Bellerin.
Yeah.
Is that right? I can't see anything else on there.
Rather him than Chambers. Ugh.
Yeah. Left back. Obviously, you've got a couple of
I love
choices again.
Monreal. Monreal was the best defender.
Yeah,
there.
Monreal was a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, it was quality.
Agree with that, Ali?
Solid,
Yeah, he's solid.
solid
Yeah.
7 out of 10 player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess you're gonna go with Koscielny.
Yeah. I don't want Mustafi anywhere near that team.
No.
Thank you very
no,
much.
no.
That's a
Any team.
Right, you do have two midfielders to pick now.
Yeah. We got Partey in the DM.
Ozil.
Yeah, I'm thinking
and Ramsey, you know? Wiltshire. Oh, Wiltshire.
Ozil,
Bloody hell.
Ramsey.
yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah, they did midfield.
I'm
So if you
thinking
got Partey at defensive mid, you play maybe Wiltshire in the left 8 and then Ozil in the 10.
yeah,
Or do you go with
I'm
Ramsey
happy.
and then
Yeah.
Ozil.
You all happy with that?
Who we playing on the left? Left wing. Who we playing on the left wing?
No one at the moment.
No, but I'm saying to the lads, who are we gonna think about playing left wing?
Well,
Oh, the options are smelly.
I mean, I know Wenger used to put Ozil there at times.
That's why I was thinking potentially, do we go Ramsey, Wilshere, and Ozil out left?
But then Bobby's
Yeah.
going to make that a 9, not a 10.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Danny Welbeck could play on. Danny Welbeck could play on that left as well.
Yeah, that's a shout. That's a shout.
Yeah.
Really,
And
boys.
special mention to Danny Welbeck because he's almost
That's a shout.
35.
You know.
Almost 35, still scoring goals. He's in my
Yeah, true.
he's in my FPL as well. Big
Top
up,
pro, man. So should we go?
So-
Should we go Wilshere, Ozil, or should we go Ramsey, Ozil? But I feel like Ozil's in the team for me.
If we're
Yeah,
playing
he
Danny
is.
Welbeck left
He's in the
wing,
team, no matter
then
what. Yeah.
If we're playing Danny Welbeck on the left, then we need a bit more creativity in the midfield, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Wilshere and Ozil.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I'm
think
with
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Because
lock it
Wilshere
in.
could get his, he normally he got his foot, he used to get his foot in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
Strong
the
boy.
left winger's going to be Welbeck. Is that right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's a
Underwhelming, we
team.
know.
That's a team.
Yeah.
So we got
Okay.
Yeah, a
Partey,
front three, mate.
Partey, Wilshere, Ozil.
A front three of Costa, Welbeck, and Griezmann will cause problems.
Welbeck has got, he's the energy player, right? He's like
Yeah, that will cause
Yeah.
problems.
he's
Yeah.
a 7 year ago
Partey,
Martinelli.
Partey, Ozil, Wilshere. That's a decent midfield in their heyday. It's just the back four I'm worried about. But to be fair,
Yeah.
there's not much of a choice.
Monreal,
fair
as
enough.
we've already said, is solid. He's six,
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
Yeah,
player,
lock
isn't he?
in the team.
Lock it in. Okay. Well, max score you're going to get.
Bosh, bash.
Max score
We're
you're going to
done.
get for this team is a 9 anyway. So max score is
Oh,
9.
come on, Bob.
There's not a 10 in the. If you
No,
join
there's
the
not.
two combined, there's not a 10. Arsenal's team is too weak.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
not.
Atletico Madrid has always been good. So
There's not enough quality to choose from.
No,
innit?
so there's only a max 9. So the guys have gone with Oblak, Bellerin, Monreal, Jimenez, Koscielny, Partey, Wilshere, Ozil, Griezmann, Welbeck, and Diego
team.
Costa. It is a 9, guys. So well
It's
done.
the team.
Bellerin
We did
as
well
well.
today, man.
What? Bellerin was bang average too.
Aubameyang must have been. I think
You know
Aubameyang
what? You know what?
was
I actually rated Bellerin. You know, when he first burst on.
First
the scene.
couple of
Yeah.
couple of seasons, then he fell off.
Didn't he have an injury and he just weren't the same?
Yeah,
Yes.
he had a serious injury.
Yeah.
I
he
don't know. I
just
think
weren't the
like
same after
Brenny was about to say. I think Aubameyang came in that January. No,
He came in. He
Or
was
was it
already at the
after?
club. He was already at the club because that was the semi-finals. That was the
Yeah.
semi-final.
oh, and he couldn't play because he played for Dortmund.
okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
And then they changed the rules the year after.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't even know
So,
how
yeah.
Brenny remembers this stuff. You know.
Honestly, he's my
Yeah.
encyclopedia of
Like,
Arsenal.
honestly,
It's mad.
that's mad.
100%. Right, you are up against two other people. You are up against Seve and Miguel. We'll go with Seve's team first. He's gone with Oblak. Brenny, can you say his name? Because I cannot say it.
Atletico.
Thank you very much. Jimenez, Koscielny, Monreal, Saúl, Xhaka, Ozil, Welbeck,
Wow.
Griezmann, and Lacazette. I'll be honest, that's a 9 as well. I like that. I am very different to G when it comes to Xhaka. We never played him where he was best until the final season. I got to watch him at Bundesliga. Honestly, the guy was incredible. When we signed him, I was very happy until I started seeing him in our squad in the wrong role, and I was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work." But he is a quality player, and you know he does do bits. But each to their own. It's whoever people like, and that's fine. So that's going to get a 9 for me for Seve. Miguel has gone with Oblak, Bellerin, Koscielny, Godin, Monreal, Xhaka, Saúl, Griezmann as the 10. Correa, because I'll be honest, for people that have forgotten how good he was one
Quality.
hell of a player. Ozil on the left and Lacazette again. I think that's a 9. People have gone for different options, but if as long as I like it and it works, and I can see it from my point of view with Saúl and Xhaka as the main midfielders, and then Griezmann will be the 10, Ozil will be the 10 in the other team. So yeah, it works fine, and I've got no issues with Welbeck on the wing because I thought he could do it very well personally. But there we go, it is what it is. Right, so that's the end of that. We'll get on to predictions very shortly. We're going through the comments because they have built up again. Narrow scope to our plans now due to the good work done. Thanks. No worries whatsoever. From that squad for the classic lineup today, and Arsenal fans are still angry. Big up to Tapeless Sleeve. I have no idea what that's about. How far we come? First lineup, I am struggling to pick 5 Atletico players. Retro, I'm struggling for 6 Arsenal players.
100%.
Bellerin is a top human being, though. Yeah, he still plays at Betis now, and all
That's
the
some
World Cup sides.
questionable fashion sense, though.
Well, in hairstyles at the moment as well, if I'm being honest. Anyway,
Geeks must
Oh, man,
like
that's
his
really bad.
fashion sense.
he must do, because it's definitely not for me. Anyway,
It's not my cup of tea.
predictions, guys. If you're watching back, put your predictions in, please. I'd like to know what people think. We'll start with Brenny. What's your prediction for tonight's game, mate?
Feeling good about today. The sun is out. It's going to be a close one. I think it'd be 2-1 to us.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm.
G Talks.
Yeah, you know what? It's like I'm not nervous about the game at all. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Like when we come up against like, I mean, we were out for the Champions League for a little while, so when we come up against like European giants like Atletico Madrid and a team that I know is gonna really test us, I kind of excited about the prospect. I think like Brenny, I think it's gonna be a really close game, and I think we'll nick it 1-0 set piece.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Ali.
Okay, so obviously it depends on how they set up. So if they're going 4-4-2, I presume they're going to attack more because they'll go with that Sorloth and Alvarez up front because that's what they did against Real Madrid. Um, Barrios, Koke in midfield, Simeone in a 4-4-2, Gonzalez. That's what they had against Madrid. Hanco, Langley,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nomads, Lorente, Oblak. For me, if they play that side, I think we beat them 3-1. If they come and play 5-3-2,
Mhm.
it'll be a closer game and hopefully we might nick it 2-1.
Mhm.
But if we score first, we win this game.
Mhm.
And like I always say in our group chats and discords, etc., pick the right lineup and get the win. Because I don't care who we play this season, as long as we've got 90% of our players fit, I expect us to win every single game. That's how confident I am of this
Yeah.
Arsenal team.
I think
I'm not sure
I
about Arteta and his selections.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an absolute chess match.
Quality game.
No, but it's going to be a good game. But I don't think it's going to be. If I think, and I could be completely wrong. It could end up like 4-3. But I
Yeah,
think if people are tuning in for a 4-3 thriller, I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think
the wrong
no,
man.
it won't be. It
Simeone
won't
is
be.
going to come here to shut up shop originally, and hit us on the break. And Arteta being the reserved manager he is, he's going to see the threats, and I think he's gonna like make sure the team is solid, and obviously like he does in every single game. I genuinely can't see more than 2 goals in this match. I genuinely can't. I think it's going to be an absolute chess match. I think if an early goal goes in, then I think that will help change the
100%.
whole narrative of the game. And
Yeah,
that's if they score it, that's if we score it. If there's an early goal in the first like 15 minutes, the whole narrative of the game changes. But if this game
Correct.
gets to like the 30-40 minute mark and it's still 0-0, it's only
Then,
got a 1-0 for Arsenal written all over it.
no, I agree
Fair
with
enough.
that.
yeah, I agree. And also, I feel, and just to add, guys, I think also if we can get that, I'm just thinking if we get that early goal, I don't want Arteta to just shut up
Sit on
shop
it.
because when
Yeah,
we play
yeah,
because when we play a top
yeah,
side, that's what
yeah,
tends to happen.
yeah,
And and that's when I feel, but if we get that early goal, Atletico will want to come out
yeah.
and
Yes.
try
Go
and get
for
that
it.
equaliser. But
Go
we
for
have
it.
to be quick. We have to be quicker on the break. We're
Mm,
not as quick as we are on the counter, and that concerns me. And I feel we can be. So that's what he needs to do because I don't want Arteta to just set up to just get
mm,
a point at home. I think we have to make statements. We've got a really good squad now. We
mm,
have to, for me, we have to win our home games.
mm,
Yeah.
If we're going to a tricky place in the Champions League, it could be in Germany or Russia, wherever, and you want to set up for a point. Hey, fair play. If the pitch
yeah,
is terrible, whoever, I haven't got an issue with that at all. But I think with us at home with the crowd are going to have to be the 12th man tonight. I know it's not. I know there's times that they say the Emirates can be quiet. They're going to have to be. It's going to have to be deafening tonight, just like
mm,
it
Yeah.
was a few years ago against Bayern Munich at home when we won.
Yes.
And Napoli, those sort of years ago, those sort of the crowd have to be on it as well tonight.
yeah.
Like,
You said that thing about being like good on the counter. And that's one thing. That's one thing I've missed about our recent play under Arteta and that's all about personnel because certain players kill counters. Like
Yeah,
Trossard, he
yeah,
kills
yeah.
counters.
Oh, he
He
does.
doesn't have the pace. Like if you can still have what Arteta's built in terms of having a solid side and controlling the game and dominating all the possession and so forth. But if you want to be good on that counter, you got to make sure you play Eze. You got to make sure you play Martinelli,
Yeah.
Saka, and
Martinelli.
Gyökeres because
Yeah,
all those
yeah,
players, like as a transition master at Palace, like
yeah,
Martinelli
Pace and power.
will give you, an option. Saka will give you that option, and
yeah,
I mean, Gyökeres loves nothing more than running in behind.
yeah.
We just don't really find him in those positions quite often because most teams sit back. So it's
And
the,
when
the
Noni
lineup.
comes up, he can do it as well
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly. Noni's another brilliant counter attacking player. Tonight's game will be dictated by the lineup Arteta picks.
Yeah.
It will be dictated by that, and then whatever lineup he picks, you'll kind of know how he's going to look at this game, and then it will be a case on who scores and when. Because I think
Yeah,
those are the two factors. Who does Arteta play in terms of how we set up, and then obviously when does the first goal go in and who scores it? Because that will completely just shift the whole narrative of the game. So we'll see.
I
yeah,
really like
yeah.
you boys have said. I agree with what you're saying, but for me, I think tonight I went for 3-1 with my mental mindset and intentions of playing
Your team.
quickly, starting
Yeah.
fast,
Yeah. Yeah.
score the first goal in the
Yeah.
first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid then be a little bit more reserved for a 10,
Yeah.
15-minute period.
Yeah.
Then as the game goes on, they're going to come on to us, like Brenny said. And then like G followed up by saying, on the counter then, that's
Mm.
when Victor Gyökeres will come into his own. And I'm hoping he gets a couple of goals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
And then
nice for
everyone
him
can
to get
just
a
chill
couple of
out.
goals.
yeah. Oh yeah,
But we
yeah.
have to, and then it comes back to what Arteta would want is, boys, make sure if we do that and we do score first, make sure we stay solid at the back. He's going to
Hmm.
say that. And
Yeah.
then we will probably sit in and then look to play on the break. But
Yeah.
then it goes back to his team selection.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
determine
Because
that. So
if he plays Trossard and Marino in the midfield, then
we're dead.
you're not
Yeah,
counter attacking.
yeah,
If you're doing that,
You're not counter attacking. It's just
basically,
that
if you're
simple.
doing if you're playing Marino and Trossard today, this evening under the lights, big
Yeah,
massive game.
it's possession ball.
We as fans, we need to pray and hope we get to half time 0-0, so then he can make the
yeah,
changes because he's made a mistake
Yeah,
and then go again.
yeah.
But then you don't
hopefully.
want a Man City situation where you end up conceding early,
Just play the
Alvarez
best
or
team, man.
Soros, and then you end up
Yeah.
on behind chasing the game, and then it could
Mhm.
flip and it happened to us.
Hmm.
Then all of a sudden everyone's going to say, "Oh, their defense is leaky." No, goals
Hmm.
change games. We know that.
Yeah,
Pick
yeah,
the right side to start with, and then sub them off after
yeah.
if you want to
Facts.
rest them.
Yeah,
Bobby, what are
yeah.
your thoughts? You always ask us about our thoughts.
Mm.
My thoughts is it's going to be a high scoring game, so I'm going to go anti G.
Wow.
I think Atletico are going to go for it. I think Arteta will go for it as well. I think it's going to
Amazing.
be.
That sounds good to me.
I know
Hey,
what
happy
they're.
days, man. If that happens.
Well, I hope
Happy
so,
days.
and this is what I expect because I know there's a hidden storyline between these two guys clashing tonight. So,
Okay.
Oh, really? Interesting.
well, I know the stuff behind the scenes, so it's going to be an interesting one. Their handshake
go,
before
let's
the
go.
game will be interesting. So yeah, let's see what happens
Come on.
tonight. But I'm going to
this
go
is good.
with I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw because I do think that Atletico Madrid are a good team. And I
Yeah.
do think we're going to struggle a little bit tonight, but I'm not going to lose my head if we draw with them. I'll be honest.
No,
Because they're
they're
a
a
quality
good
team.
side. They're a good side.
So,
That's interesting.
Geek saying facts, Coach Ali. I agree with Brenny regarding the atmosphere. Well, the atmosphere, I know
It'll
that
be
Arsenal
electric.
have been telling the fans to get there early because there is a light show tonight. It's more like a rave. MCG would love it tonight because
on.
honestly, it's mad. Arsenal need to score first as trying to turn around the game versus this. Exactly. If we don't get the first goal, we are screwed. I'll be honest. That said, Atletico have conceded quite a few goals this season. They do concede a bit.
It's
Go on.
because, do you know what, in La Liga this season, they've been more open.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. So I want them to attack us. Please
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we're going to
Yeah.
smoke you.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Well, this
It's
is
like Man City last season at the Emirates.
yeah. Well, this is what I was saying about goal conversions. I know people don't like that stat, but that is a stat that I look at, and I'm concerned that ours is down to 12% in goal conversions. I know that can change very quickly, beer.
Yeah, but Bobby, that's because we play low blocks every single week. Even Liverpool and City this season, they didn't attack us all out. They gave us that
Yeah.
respect. We've got that respect in Europe in the Premier League now. So now that's why the first goal in every single game we play this season, we have to score for us then to get the percentage up and our goals column to go up in terms of
Yeah,
Yeah.
but goal
scoring,
conversions
in
is
my
more to
opinion.
do. Yeah, it's more to do with shots on target. So it's low,
Precisely.
and 12% is pretty low. That
It
is
is.
on
But
par with.
is that not based on the fact that we're just not having enough shots though?
we,
Yes,
we
Because
why?
I can't say I've sat here and thought we've missed a lot of gilt edged
well,
opportunities.
no, as I said in one of the slides earlier, big chances missed this season is only 13 compared to Atletico's. They're on 20
Just
already.
overall.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
But this is
I
go on,
think
sorry.
what's and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not a big numbers man, stats man, as we proved
sorry,
before
mate.
the show.
Yeah,
But I just think sometimes with the stats, I think it's the so few shots we're having maybe in certain games that's maybe skewing it slightly. Because I've sat here in games and I've not I can't say I've noticed that we've not been clinical in front of goal. So it does surprise me.
we are.
12%.
Yeah, we're on par with bottom 8 of
Yeah,
any
that's
league. Which is
oh,
quite worrying. We
And
need to
that's
be
not
around
good.
18%. 18 to 20% is title league, league titles and all that kind of stuff. So it's not. I know it's not a huge number difference, but
yeah,
it is from where I work and my
yeah.
position. 12% is low. Like
Yeah.
Atletico's, I think, was on 13%, which
What's
isn't much higher, but it's still
what's
not high
do
enough.
have you got cities? Have you got cities or Liverpools at
Hang
hand?
on. If you just carry on talking about something, I'll
The
quickly
thing is,
find it.
this is the thing. I agree with what Bobby said about the percentage being low, and I agree with G in terms of the shots that we have taken, we have been clinical with our chances, right?
Mm,
But for me, this comes down to we're playing low blocks. We're playing like 5-4. So what's
it's
happening
tough,
is
man.
they're not taking the shot because there's bodies in the way. So then they
Mhm,
pass it out wide and recycle it and go again.
mm,
Hence why we said on the watch along
Yeah.
when Brenny was here as well, 1-2 touch passes tonight, vertical passes into the channels.
mhm,
Get
mhm,
our wingers running, sprinting, full pelt,
mhm,
not stopping and looking and turning.
mhm.
Make the pass so the
Yeah,
player receiving the ball has to touch and go forward, not touch, go backwards, it's P rolling into their feet. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we need to
that's
be
true.
more aggressive with our passing. So that's what us that comes down to Arteta, right?
Mm,
Be boys, I want
Yeah.
you to
And
pass the
Victor
ball quicker
Yokeres.
tonight. Then you can get your
Yeah.
shots
And
off.
Victor Yokeres as well. Yeah. Victor
100%, bro.
Yokeres for me as well. And Victor Yokeres, he's always making the runs. Even when you
mhm.
watch him, he's
Facts.
always making those runs.
Always,
But
always.
but
And he
someone
makes
has
two,
to
three
be.
runs, Brenny, because they're not
Yeah.
giving it to him straight away. He's making the
They're
second
not,
and the
they're not
third, and he's like, okay,
exactly
it's
that.
not coming.
It's like there's no telepathy with him, if you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And there is that, you know.
The best
I know.
example, another one was Eze over to Martinelli against
Yeah.
Man City.
Yeah.
More of that,
Yeah.
please. Straight over dunk. He was in
Yeah.
a quarterback position, chipped it over, bit of backspin on it, good touch, great finish. More of that. We
Exactly.
don't need 25 passes to score in this. We are. Someone said it earlier. We are a well-rounded football team.
Mm,
But can we now please? I'm not saying let them all off the leash, but have a 10-15 minute spell where you're just going for it, bang, 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 recycle it, go, and play at a high pace. You want the crowd involved all the time. You're doing all these shows before a game. Play some good football. Play
And
some
that's the
quick,
thing. What you
exciting.
just said.
mm,
Yeah,
What you
go on,
just said,
bro.
Ali. No, what you just said, Ali, spot on. Because also, you know what, with regards to us, when we keep possession, especially at the back, as strong as we are defensively, sometimes I get a little worried when we're keeping possession, when we're getting pressed. I tell you what, I do get worried at times, and I'm thinking, oh, please, just get the ball into the middle of the park, or you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
just think, come
yeah.
on. In the Wenger days, when it was a back four of Toure, Campbell, Cole, Lauren, for example,
Yes.
when they used to keep possession and they were bringing the ball with, I was quite happy because that side they were just crazy in possession, weren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
we really lost the ball, you know what I mean, during that era. I'm talking between 2001 and 2006 in how we kept possession. I was
Yes.
always comfortable with that. I didn't think, oh, we're not going to lose the ball in the city area and then concede a goal. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
sometimes when I look at it now and I'm like, no, come on, lads. Don't be scaring me.
Yeah.
Come
But
on.
this is the thing. They got
I
they
know
got the
you guys. I know
quality.
you guys are solid, man. But come on, please.
What do you think,
No,
G?
Yeah.
What do you think
Yeah. I mean, it's
on
one
the
of those ones where it's like,
playing the ball, getting the shots off on that
yeah,
on
it's
that
one. It's
topic?
one of those ones where I just feel like the team. It comes down to for me when I watch Arsenal, it's always the case of the first when we get the ball, the first 2-3 minutes,
Yeah.
I
I knew you
kind
were
of
going to
know
say
straight
this.
away. I know what kind of
100%.
game it's going to be. I know whether
100%.
the passing is going to be
yeah,
crisp, fast, vertical, or I
yeah,
know if what I'm going to do is watch side by side passing for 70 minutes, and this is going to be maybe a 1-0 set piece. Literally, I very rarely. I mean, we do it, but I very rarely see us like start a game poorly and then improve.
Yeah.
Usually start poorly and we kind of just, and when I say
yeah,
poorly, I mean just not exciting, not quick, not
And not
fast.
to that standard that they've
Yeah, not
set.
to that standard. So usually, for when I see the first couple of minutes, I'm like, I kind of have an idea of what this game's going to be like.
yeah,
Sometimes we come at the traps crazy, just like on it, like and
Like the
it's
Invincibles.
so refreshing. Like there's pace to it. We're making the runs, you're picking out the passes, and then other times we just look a bit pedestrian. We just kind of at
Yes.
a bit of a
yeah,
pedestrian
yeah,
pace. And I
yeah,
don't know whether it is just managing the games, sussing out the opposition. Teams do come and play low blocks. I mean, in the past, another thing we was conversing about the other night with about Arsenal is that we've started seasons fast out the traps and gassed out.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe is there maybe there's a little bit of maybe science to it as well in terms of the way we're playing our football. I don't really know. I mean, for me, while we're winning, I'm not complaining. And as far as I'm concerned, if we play the way we've played inconsistently in terms of our performance, all the way up till May and we win the league, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I genuinely couldn't care less. But obviously, as we obviously do our shows and stuff, our job is to analyze and nitpick and look at how things are going and how things are not going.
yeah,
And yeah, so for me, I don't get why we play inconsistently with our passing and particularly our pace of football. But maybe it is. Maybe there's more to it than just they're not really feeling it today. Maybe there's a bit more science and a bit more strategy
Yeah.
to it than meets the eye.
Well, how many Klopp teams in the past have burnt out and then City went on a
This
massive
is
run
what
at
I
the
mean,
end?
though. The 2 seasons we challenged for the title unexpectedly the first time, albeit we gassed out.
We
And
did.
even the second time we gassed out. And I mean, there's probably more context because we didn't have the squad depth at the time. We didn't have the experience. I think in key games, like we kind of choked as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the Premier League it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, is it? So
that's
um,
you know
I
what,
think
G, that first
and it's a
season,
results game. So
yeah. You know something, G, just to add, the 22-23 season when we were first challenging, to be honest, I expected us not to win a league, but I expected us to challenge. And
Challenge, yeah.
see,
the
I
reason
didn't.
why, no, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's
Yeah.
because I was on a show with Gumza, and it was just before the season started, and we were talking pre-season, and we won all our pre-season games, and I'm like, wow, with Jesus and Zinchenko, Saliba back as well, and I'm like, wow, these sort of really impressed me, really
Mm.
really impressed me. And I thought we could challenge because Gums asked how do you think we're gonna, where do you see our first few games? I said to him, I think we'll win our first um, 5 league games, and we did, and then we lost to United, and
Yeah.
that's when I actually was feeling into November just before the World Cup. I'll tell you what, that World Cup, I
Killed
wish it was.
us.
I wish it was in the summer because the momentum was so. Even though we came back, even from the World Cup, and we were winning games, there was something missing, but we were still picking
Mm.
up points. And then we drew
Jesus,
nil home
Jesus
to
was missing.
and then we drew 0-0 exactly, and then we drew 0-0 at home to Newcastle because they came with a low block. And I'm not saying we would have won the league if the World Cup was in the summer, but I thought that was a big hindrance. That was on us really at the time.
Yeah,
You
we
know what
lost
I mean?
rhythm. We lost rhythm.
Yeah,
Mm.
Right, guys.
Let's hope we don't lose rhythm tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly cover what G was because I know G needs to
Yes, G.
scoot off. So I just want to quickly talk about conversion. So Liverpool percentage conversion is 11%, but I have because whilst you were talking, I managed to do other teams as well, so you can get a rough idea. Man City are on 16%, Chelsea are on 15%, Tottenham are on 16%. You see where I'm going, and then I was obviously doing the bottom of the table. West Ham and Wolves. So West Ham are on 8%, Wolves are on 6%. Now I've done this with players as well. I thought because you guys were chatting about stuff, I thought I'll have some time to do some players. Haaland's on 32% for goal
I'm not
conversions,
surprised,
which
and
is
that's fine.
madness. Salah is on 13%. Yes, Mo Salah 13%. Gyökeres, who everyone said we've had a horrible season, 17%.
Good.
Martinelli's on 20 and Saka's on 18. So people need to understand these goal convert. These are important stats. Obviously, Haaland's having a mental one.
Yeah,
Normally,
he's just unreal.
Haaland is normally just over 20, so that this is kind of mad numbers for him at the moment. But G, do you need to go now? Because if you do, I'll let you go now before I wrap this up. It's up to you, mate.
No, we can wrap it up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Quickly on that point, obviously we'll probably have to do more research on it, but the fixture list is also key, right? So we've got Palace, Burnley, Sunderland next. So that percentage could go up, right?
It could go up, it could go down. This is the thing.
I think City have played Wolves, Burnley, teams like that, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be very interesting
There's
to
always
see
context. There's always
exactly.
context.
Because if Arsenal have still got this percentage after playing all these teams, then it becomes a worry. Personally, for me.
No, I agree. Gyökeres hat trick. Anyone says Keeks.
Mate.
I agree, G. We have not felt we are blowing chances. We are only 2 goals behind City in the league. Just feel our build-up has been too slow. Rather a lack of chances rather than not being clinical. Big up to Gal saying yes, G talks. We win today. It's a statement to everyone. We are in for both. I'll be honest, and you can honestly. Musty, if you're watching, clip this up. We are in for all 4 trophies. We're not in for just 2. We're in for all 4. That was the whole point of that summer. This is an actual statement from the Arsenal hierarchy to me personally. Yeah. We are in for all 4. They're not going to come out and say it in the press, but they've said to me that the team is built to go for all 4 trophies because the one that I moan about the most is the FA Cup. Brenny won't be surprised by that. I want the FA Cup.
Yeah, same.
Because it's an important trophy for me. It's one of my favourite ones.
I want all
Ashley Cup. Yeah, well, I want all, but the FA Cup has my family's name on it, so I need that back. I need it back at the Emirates. I'm sorry, I need it. Yeah, because Ashley Cole's ruined it for me because he took off my great grandfather's name off it because whatever. Damn git. Big up to Dylan. Big up the panel. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well, Dill. I hope you're doing well, mate. I hope to see you soon.
Right, Dylan.
But guys, we are going to wrap it up because we're nearly gone for 2 hours. But it's nice. It's what we do on here. We will be back tomorrow for the match reaction at 10 o'clock. I will keep the same time. It's just easier for everybody. Where can everyone find Mr. Brenner?
Everybody, you could find me on my own channel, BrennyK74. And you can always find me on Instagram threads, TikTok. I'm doing a little TikTok now as well. And Of
He's
course,
doing those
X.
dances just so everyone knows.
Yeah, boy.
No, no, no.
He's twerking like Van Dyke.
Yeah, man. So no, you can always find me on there, and I'm just on the road to 100. And like I said, content I've already had, you can check it out, and I think it's been really good. Want to try and do a lot more history shows as well, and just like, share, subscribe to myself. Like, share, subscribe as well here. Football Takeover. It's growing as well. We all grow together. So
Exactly.
to the channel.
It's community, people. It's community. Big up to G. Where can they find you, my friend?
Yeah,
Apart
man,
from in
it's
the
all
Caribbean.
No, but I think everybody knows what time it is. We're finally on our official own channel, doing our thing on the Football Takeover. But I think most people know me from X, G Talks Arsenal. And I've got a personal plea to all my G Talks Arsenal followers. I love the support, love the comments, love the interaction, love the fact that you watch the streams, maybe not always necessarily on YouTube. Vast majority of the time you watch it streamed on X. But please, 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 if you're following me, and sometimes thousands of you tune in to our stream shows on X, even if half of you just went over to YouTube and subscribed, I mean, you'd make me, Ali, Bobby, and our obviously regular guests on our show really, really, really happy. So yeah, big up. Find me on the Football Takeover. I'll be on the reaction show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Find me on Twitter, X, where I kind of do my thing. And please, please, please subscribe and support the journey.
Thank you very much. And Ali, where can they find you, my friend?
Yeah, just backing up what the boys have said. Football Takeover. All our ats on all the socials is at Football TK Over. Please do subscribe on YouTube and all the other platforms. We're here for you guys, and there's lots more to come in terms of content moving forwards now and into the future. But yeah, just give us a follow, give us a subscribe. Football Takeover, the Football Takeover on YouTube, at Football TK Over on all other platforms, TikTok, X, and Instagram.
Thank you very much, gents. And you'll see me and G and whoever else is free in the morning are doing the match
Maybe
reaction
me.
tomorrow. Maybe Ali. And then after that, you'll see me Saturday night doing the Crystal Palace match preview. And then there will be the watch along and the reaction on Sunday as well. And then it's another game midweek next week as well. We've got plenty going on. It's half term for me next week, so it will be a different time because it's a weekday. I will do in the evenings because M's off, so that means I can actually do it in the evening, which makes my life a lot easier and makes my son's life a lot easier as well, because currently he's playing Roblox and God knows what he's been getting up to, but there we go, we'll find out in a minute. But guys, I'm going to speak to you all very, very soon. Take it easy, enjoy your day, bye bye.
Take care.